Tonight on Blitzed, we talk with YouTube NFL host Brandon Perna about training camp. And it's also training camp for Team Blitzed to prep for regular season drinking. So hold on to your butts. It's time to get blitzed. Welcome to Blitzed, where we talk NFL and rate popular drinks at the same time. It's training camp time for the NFL, which includes the Blitzed crew. Except our training camp is a little different, and some would say a bit more painful. But before we get into all that, let's introduce our hosts.
Introducing tonight's starting lineups. The coach.
Seriously, I did not know about this. This is so awesome.
The rookie.
Get out there and smash.
And stats.
I'm just the stats guy. I have no idea.
That's kind of my thing. That's kind of my thing.
For those listeners who didn't tune in last year about this time, training camp for Team Blitzed is a shot of bourbon every 3 minutes for the whole show, which means about 10 shots in 30 minutes. Little math.
Good math, stats guy.
It's not bad, right?
That checks out. That checks out.
So every time you hear the referee's whistle, that means we have to do another shot. And we're drinking Jim Beam and Old Forester, and fuck me, we're drinking Bookers
Who
tonight.
brought the Bookers?
I forgot that it was training camp.
It's unbelievable.
Good Lord, man.
60%.
I thought it was sipping camp.
Fucking rookie move is what that is.
Or is it a veteran move?
Yeah, as long as you don't get it.
Yeah.
Give it to the rookies. Oh, well, you're the rookie.
Damn it.
Okay, before we start, though, I wanted to throw a shout-out to some awesome followers of ours, like Brian Wackowitz, Jennifer Smith, Hector Perez, and Jessica Barton, who bought one of our hot new Team Blitz shirts.
Hot.
And some even posted them on Twitter. And, folks, you look gorgeous.
You do look gorgeous.
You do. We also wanted to shout out probably the funniest Bears fan on Twitter, our new best friend, Bears Jesus.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
Amen. So if you can find him, follow him, my son. So you guys ready for training camp?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And there's the ref's
There's the
first
whistle.
whistle.
Hey,
Here
very
we
nice.
go. And
You know what? The first one's always the best. Jesus.
Take one.
There's no shortage of
Projections.
for how each division is going to play out. So what movie would you fuck it, I'm doing this.
Like he's going with it.
I was
one
so
shot.
proud of it. Just go.
do
Just,
it.
It's been one
power
shot.
through it.
I know it. Yeah, one down.
My mouth is all gummy.
Yeah. Just happy to be here.
Okay. There's no shortage of predictions out there for how each division is going to play out. So what movie would you choose that will best tell the tale of your division? Who wants to go first?
I do.
Oh, coach.
Wow.
So, NFC West.
Gotta get this over with.
How's this going to play out?
NFC West. So I don't think there's any real mystery about the rankings in the NFC West, and at least in terms of who's on top. I mean, it's the Rams. The Rams added so much talent; it's just ridiculous this offseason. So, and all the other teams have flaws. They're kind of that little weakling. They're just not up to the standard of the Rams. Karate Kid.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand. Wax on, wax off.
So look at this. So like the Rams are the
What, the
Cobra
Rams are Johnny?
Kai. No, Johnny. They're Cobra Kai. They're the whole like
That's what I said.
dojo. And so like they're the bullies. They're the bad guys. They got all basically physically they just look so much better than Danielson, and we'll call them all three Danielsons in terms of the Cards and the Seahawks and the 49ers, right? So it just doesn't look good, does it?
Fear does not exist in this dojo, does it? No, Sensei! Pain does not exist in this dojo, does it? No, Sensei! Defeat does not exist in this dojo, does it? No, Sensei!
And unfortunately, I think the ending might be different this year within the movie than not. I think the only way the Rams...
What, Johnny wins?
Sweep the leg. You have a problem with that?
No, Sensei.
No mercy.
The only way the Rams go down, and the difference between obviously a karate match and football is about chemistry. So the only concern I have for the Rams is they brought in a bunch of malcontents that are fantastic, right? You've got Sue, you've got Talib, and I think is it Marcus Peters as a cornerback. There's fantastic players that aren't always the best guys that gel with the team. So their only weakness is their overconfidence or the fact that they've got a bunch of malcontents. So when you got a young...
Hey, Coach, I'm going to cut you off right there. Sorry, that's the ref's
Jesus.
whistle. Sorry, we got our next shot we got to put down here, guys. Sorry.
God. Hey,
Hey, I'm going to cut you off right there, pal. You, got... you asshole.
Second shot.
smooth.
Sorry.
Continue.
You were saying?
The only way they go down is if they literally implode. And if they don't get off to a good start for whatever reason, I could see that team like infighting. You got a young new coach. I could see them hurting. Their saving grace for me is Wade Phillips. I think that guy is so good, and a lot of the new pieces on that team are defensive, and he is going to keep that team together, and that defense is just going to blow it up.
Get him a body bag!
As much as I don't want to say this, being a Seahawks fan, I don't see how the Rams don't do it this year. I mean, it's one of those obvious picks. I wanted to go and say, remember that Philadelphia team from 5-6 years ago that stacked it up and died? I don't see it. I think the coaching's too good in this team. I wanted a different story, but every team, the Niners, they need some receivers. The Cards, they need a quarterback that can last a whole season and play well. And the Seahawks need a few more things, especially secondary. Yeah. And there's just too many holes. What I love about this season, though, is that they're all very young teams, and they're all, except for the Rams, they're all kind of growing in different ways. So I have no idea what happens after the Rams. And I think any team could be second, third, or fourth in that division.
Alternate ending. Daniel LaRusso gets the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
I want to see that movie.
And not just beaten, just traumatized.
Oh, absolutely.
Just smashed.
I gotta say, respect for the movie choice. That's
all right.
That's I wasn't expecting that from you.
Yes, I
wasn't
did
expecting an honest to God movie. I thought you were going with Lost or something.
That's normally where I am in this segment.
Yeah. I'm gonna go off the beaten trail here. Go with the TV program.
All right, Rook, what do you got?
Well, I got two, but I'm gonna choose between them.
So this is NFC North.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
just for new listeners, I'm just saying.
Right. So for me, it comes down to the Vikings are, they're primed to do well. They've got their new talisman, and everyone's high on that guy. And they've been high on him for a long time. And then it's versus the class of the NFC North, which is my boy and my guys. So I think it's going to come down to Green Bay and the Vikings. I think they're poised for a showdown. So here's my movie choice, and hear me out here. Okay.
This just in. Rookie just pissed off all Bears fans.
Yeah.
Good job.
Who are the Bears?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's going to come down to those two, and I'm choosing Billy Madison. I was going to go with Tin Cup. But in the end, he loses. He's the class. There's the prick guy. So Shooter McGavin and Billy Madison. There's the exciting pro everyone loves, the cocky gunslinger, even does the pistols. Shooter.
This man is destroying golf. I saw two big fat naked bikers in the woods off 17 having sex. How am I supposed to chip with that going on, Doug?
And then there's Billy Madison, the classy, he's the good guy. He's got a good heart. Everyone loves him.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Isn't Shooter McGavin in Happy Gilmore?
Oh, I fucked up. I said, what'd I say? Billy Madison.
Just roll with it. I was.
No, somebody else is going to call it.
Oh,
I got to call this out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rookie
Feel
mistake.
really bad.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Is this the first
Feel
time
really
I've
bad.
had a better take on a movie than The Rook?
Hold that thought. There's the ref's whistle. We've got another
Christ.
shot to do here
Crying
before
out
we
loud
pile on the rookie here.
Well,
Yeah.
cheers.
Yeah,
cheers
cheers,
to
guys.
blowing it on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why do we shoot these?
Okay, so I'm going to go
Jesus.
Happy Gilmore. I'm going to go Happy Gilmore.
Great call. Go on.
Let me start from scratch here.
The thing that I love is that based on your reference, Adam Sandler's character is the classy one in Happy Gilmore.
I just got the name mixed up.
love
I
it.
just got the names mixed up.
Son of a bitch, Paul. Why didn't you just go home?
That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
This is the guy that beats up Bob Barker, for
Hey, come on.
fuck's sake.
Bob Barker was being an absolute prick. He was being a cocky prick.
Yeah.
He could have been. He was the Detroit Lions, that guy. He was.
And who cares about spaying and neutering animals?
Exactly.
You know, like who cares
you
about
piece
that?
of shit. Yeah. No.
Great, and a great take.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
take.
you. Thanks, guys. I'm done here.
Don't
I'm
change
done.
that.
I'm gonna
Don't
go with
change
Tin
that.
Cup.
You know what?
I'm gonna go with Tin Cup. Actually, that's
Rook, don't go change it.
Take 2.
The Bills and a few other teams aren't going to accept printed paper tickets anymore on game days.
Huh?
Is this going to cause a problem?
My first thought is that chintzy?
What? Go on.
Well, I mean, does it really cost that much to like send someone some nice paper and like all the nice souvenir pieces of it? Is this a cost issue?
No, it's not.
just like-
no, Coach, it's not a
don't
cost
think
issue.
so.
It's a fraud issue.
yeah.
So if
yeah.
they send out electronic tickets only, it reduces the amount of fraud they have at the gate.
Yeah, but then then you have to have a smartphone,
Yes,
like not just like a little flip phone or
like
whatever.
yours. Your flip phone will not work.
So I'm screwed.
You are totally screwed. You are never going to a game again.
Yeah, you're done.
What?
Sorry. Sorry.
Can I borrow your phone, Coop?
I don't think
Rookie, he's a millennial. He's not giving up that phone for anything.
I don't think it's a
surgically
cost thing,
attached.
but it's. I don't know. Yankees did this, didn't they? Like New York did it.
Lots of teams are going in this
Yeah, yeah.
direction now, and they're even doing it for concerts now too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think
I
it
gotcha.
was their motivation was it was more on the ticket platforms. Like, wasn't it like StubHub? They didn't want people buying tickets off StubHub. Instead, they wanted them buying from like other sources.
Oh, they want them buying off their own networks.
Yeah, I think that was their motivation. I don't know if this is the same one.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know.
I could.
I
see
don't
So,
think
yeah,
it's
so how-
chintzy. I don't think it's
Yeah?
chintzy.
Chintzy?
No, but I do like, and so we put a poll out on Twitter, and we did ask folks about some people who order season tickets. They love to get that presentation
Sure.
box with the season
Hell
tickets.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
if there's no more season tickets, then
No more
what
presentation
would they?
box.
Yeah, like
Did I get-
what would they rather get? So what
Good
would
question.
what would be a good replacement for what they could get?
Golf bag.
Yeah,
Of course. Of course.
I just need a new one.
you nailed it.
If they
You
could just
nailed
send
it.
one to me, that'd be great.
Just a green and yellow golf bag.
Callaway.
Titleist written down the side.
I don't
That's
mind.
fine. No
Yeah.
problem. Preferably signed by Aaron Rodgers.
No, I mean
Be
I
fine.
could go either way. I could be,
Yeah.
It could be Aaron.
Yeah.
It could be Clay. I don't mind.
Oh, really?
Just a golf bag. Yeah.
You're
That's
not-
pretty
yeah,
awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Okay. Well,
fair.
hey,
Well.
yeah.
Maybe a set. in it.
Packers, if you're listening,
No, I don't know. I think I like the idea of a jersey. I think the jersey is.
let me
smart-
stop you right there.
No, I'd like to.
Sorry.
continue.
No, you got it.
There's the whistle. Sorry.
Damn it.
You can't argue with the ref. The play
Oh.
is dead. So time for another shot,
At least they're getting easier.
which scares me.
Yeah, which is terrifying.
That's really terrifying.
Yeah. No, I like the idea of a jersey. I mean, you were saying it a little earlier. Jerseys don't cost much for the team, if anything.
Yeah. So what we're
Um,
proposing is, and as we asked on Twitter, is that would you rather receive a jersey from the team rather than those paper tickets?
Something that has the the whole thing is you receive the box in the mail, so you wait and wait and wait and wait, and then you get this beautiful
Yeah.
thing, and then there's this unveyling.
Well, it
it's
is.
like getting the
It's like-
newest
Yeah.
Apple product.
You're
You're like
unboxing.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I agree.
yeah.
That's huge.
That's so. Then you have to replace that with something
Yes.
if you're a season ticket holder, not if you're like buying off StubHub. Like you don't
No,
expect
no,
that.
no.
It's the season ticket holders that put so much time and effort and money.
I think you should be able to choose some article of clothing that a football player wears. Because if you just get the jersey for 10 years, you get 10 jerseys.
You've been trying to
So-
get a new jockstrap.
But
I was
for
going to say,
years,
Coach
though.
wants a jockstrap.
Yeah, you've been
Yeah.
trying to get
What
one
if you
for
get the
years.
jersey?
Signed?
Yeah, the sign. Yeah.
Yeah, and game worn. Game worn.
I want the undershirts. I want the jerseys. I want those things they put on their arms.
Yeah,
I want the
all of it.
QB towel.
Yeah, yeah.
I want the whole kit.
Yeah,
The whole kit.
for sure.
That's what I want.
But
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, I want your jockstrap.
I want that most of all.
Take 3.
Recently, a Panthers PR staffer had to remind a media member she couldn't have a beer on the sideline at training camp. Is this just plain un-American?
Land of the free.
Yes.
Right?
Are you kidding me?
You know what this means? It means that we will never be a part of the media.
Yeah.
That's
No,
just, I
no,
want
no,
you to
no, no,
acknowledge
we
that.
don't drink beer.
Yeah. It's bourbon. Yeah.
When you're bottling a bottle of
Oh,
Jim
I see.
Beam, it's
So there's
fine.
something worse than buying beer at the stadium and drinking it. It's sneaking bourbon into the game. Okay,
You know what? I think
fair enough.
that was it.
I think that
I
was
think
it.
it's if she had bought it there, she'd be fine.
Well,
But
okay,
she
so
brought her
here's
own.
my question.
She brought her own.
Yeah, so here's
No,
the
I don't
thing.
think so.
Oh, come on. If there's no drinking
No.
at training camp?
Well, you don't know that in all training camps.
That's true.
No,
Yeah, with
but
Carolina
At
here.
Carolina, there's no drinking at training camp. Is that the rule?
No, we don't know that.
Oh, okay. So the premise really is that there's a media member having
Yes.
a pop. Or
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because then they wouldn't have sold it to her at the stadium. So did she just say it was one of her first training camps? She goes up,
just
you
go
know
have
what?
a beer.
I'm going to have a beer.
I think it's great.
It's
And
great.
Yeah.
It's probably, how hot
She's
is
a
it in
hero.
Carolina this time of year?
Oh, jeez.
yeah. It's
Right?
Probably
Probably about 128 degrees
Maybe
outside.
a tad bit of
28.
That's what it
humidity.
is.
128. There
Yeah.
you go.
Gotta have a little drink.
Yeah,
you
come
know?
on.
Gotta freshen up. Get ready
Yeah.
for your interview. I
No,
like it.
I agree.
I don't know about you,
She's
but
a personal
I
hero.
know that this media team performs much
Oh,
better
yeah.
with a couple of beers
Yeah.
in them.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get to the hard-hitting facts after a couple beers.
There's two things that were wrong. He said media and he said team.
Yeah.
None of that applies here.
Yeah. No, we're neither of those things.
Speaking of which,
Shit.
there's the ref's whistle. Sorry, guys.
Can I trade
think
it for a
it's-
beer?
Time
No,
out.
You really can. We still haven't gotten through all the Jim Beam, and thank God we haven't tried that Booker's yet.
No, the beam's gone. Well, no, this is this one is.
What are we having now? Forrester?
Old Forester.
Oh my God.
So I got a couple questions. Like it's situational. Is this her first beer she had? Did they let her slide, or did they catch her on her third? Or second question:
ninth.
first training camp for her?
Oh
Yeah. And is she kicked off training camp now? She can't come back.
No, I think she was warned. But
Okay.
let's backtrack a little bit.
And then what? She
So
posted on
I
social
think
media.
here's the thing: if it was her third beer, props.
Yeah,
If it was
Yeah.
her first training camp, props.
Props. Whoa.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
exactly.
You know what's even better than first beer or first training camp? Third
Yeah.
beer or first training camp?
Uh-huh.
10th training camp. Fed up with the no beer policy.
Hey Blitzers, if you love the NFL and you love drinking, you should love the Packers and our podcast. We're the Titletown Sound Podcast. We bring you everything Packers from a fan's point of view. And we know one thing that's true. Tom Brady sucks. TitletownSoundoff.com, on iTunes or anywhere you find podcasts.
Mailman. Mailman.
Tonight on Mailbag, we're talking to Brandon Perna, host of That's Good Sports, the sensational YouTube sports show that covers everything Broncos and the NFL. Brandon, welcome to Blitzed NFL.
Thank you guys for having me, and thanks for saying my show is sensational. It doesn't get classified as that a lot. I'm gonna take that compliment.
Well, I mean, to be honest, we watched the one with the cat playing the piano before that, so you know what? You came off really pro.
There's tough competition out there.
Nice. Yeah, nice.
Okay, so for those listeners of ours who haven't seen your show yet, how did you get your start in sports, and why can't you just get a normal job like everyone else?
Right. Well, I mean, I kind of did it backwards. Like, I had a normal job and got out of it. I was I was editing and directing videos for other YouTubers at this company called Maker Studios, and I saw them making like a ton of money, and I thought, hey, I could do that. And the only thing I could see myself talking about every day was the Broncos and football. So I was like 5 years ago. I thought I would have a lot more success by now, but slowly getting there.
Wow.
Good for you, man. Good for you. That's awesome.
Okay, so you're based in Denver, and you've seen your fair share of training camp so far. So what do Broncos fans have to be excited about this year, and what should scare the shit out of them?
They should be excited that they have a quarterback this year. So far, Case Keenum appears to be a guy who, when he throws the football, it goes in the direction he wants it to go.
That's good, right? That's a good thing.
That's good. I
yeah,
hear. Yeah.
you look for
I
that.
think that's going to be a huge help to the offense this season. I'm trying to think what they should be scared of. I think the scariest thing is probably that Vance Joseph is still the head coach, and we have no idea whether or not he's actually a good coach. I'm going to give him a chance this season, but I don't know. I think that's a huge question mark. And the cornerback depth. So losing Aqib Talib, I think, is a big issue. They brought in Tremaine Brock as a free agent. He hasn't practiced much yet because of an injury. So that used to be like one of the strongest positional groups on defense, and now I'm not sure anymore.
Okay, so let NFL fans know, how indicative is training camp of what we're going to see in the regular season?
I mean, I think the biggest tell in training camp is usually a bad sign, and it's players getting hurt.
Yeah.
So if a bunch of your starters go down, that's usually like the only like real solid piece of info you can take from training camp. Right now at the Broncos training camp, their second round pick wide receiver Cortland Sutton is getting like tons of attention and praise because he's making, great catches every day. But like I think for receivers, that's like every receiver in every training camp looks amazing because they're not really being hit for the first week or whatever. It's without pads, so they're already good at catching the football, and they look even better when they know they're not going to get lit up. So I'm excited to see him play, to see how it translates, on the field. The only person who's kind of knocked him a little bit is our corner, Chris Harris, who said he needs to learn to run more than one route. So that's a little bit of a damper on his parade. Just constant praise from the media.
Wow, the next Randy Moss.
I mean, no, he's literally been compared to Randy Moss.
Oh, really? Oh, there you go.
Randy Moss, AJ Green, and DeAndre Hopkins all have been compared to him so far, and he hasn't played a single preseason game.
Oh, I'm just going to cut you off there for a second, Brandon. Guys, we got another shot to do.
I don't hear that whistle.
Oh. Whew. Okay, we're back. What movie would you choose that would best tell the tale of the AFC West this year?
Whew.
I would maybe go with like an M. Night Shyamalan movie, but not The Sixth Sense, because that one was so good. All the other ones kind of tried to repeat that sort of success, and I don't think the AFC West is going to be that strong. And I think there'll be a kind of a weird twist at the end of the season that happens that everybody's kind of disappointed with, except for that one fan group in the AFC West.
Wow. It turns out we were in San Diego all along.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The twist.
They have secretly been playing at Qualcomm.
Totally.
It was Tom Brady's birthday last week. So if you were going to get him a gift, what would you get him?
I think I would give him a signed copy of my own personal exercise and health book, the BP13 method.
That is
well played.
Awesome. Class.
Well played.
It's 13, so it's one better than Tom.
Yes.
Of course.
Category.
Of course.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I would include a picture of me making my cat kiss me while I was shirtless being massaged by my trainer.
That's pretty
I would
nice.
include that photo in the book.
Beautiful.
I like that. That's art.
Wow.
That's art.
Wearing your 6 fantasy football championship rings.
Yeah.
Just one more.
One more, yeah. Wow.
So good.
What a picture you paint.
Anyway, so folks, that's Brandon Perna, the host of That's Good Sports. You can find him on YouTube. Just type in That's Good Sports and buckle up, man. You're in for a ride. It's one of those great shows out there. Thanks very much, Brandon, for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Take 4.
There's a new helmet rule in the NFL this year. The only problem is it's causing major confusion with players, and combined with the defenseless receiver rule, it seems to be affecting the way defense plays. We know it's a foul if you lower your helmet and make contact with another player's helmet or neck area.
Yeah.
Right.
The NFL has extended it, which it applies to every part of the receiver now. So if you hit someone with your helmet, even graze them with your helmet anywhere, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Okay.
So my question is defense dead in the NFL?
What if you take off your helmet? I'm just, just get around the rule.
That's a good point.
I mean, I'm just thinking,
That's
the
a
play
good
starts,
point.
helmets off, and I'm going in. Is defense down? I think defense is going to have a rough year. I do know that does apply to offense as well, so they can't lead with their head and contact as well. I don't know how they're going to call these things. I don't know. This is the mess with making more rules, because there's going to be so many penalties where are you sure? Yeah. Is it reviewable? Like, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
There's a guy, I think it's Minnesota safety. There's a guy with a hat that says, "Make football violent again."
Yeah. The tough part, so there's two things. The tough part for me is watching the plays that are now deemed illegal from last year, where a guy's breaking up a pass and he's hitting the guy. I can't remember for the life of me what it was, but it was on Twitter, and the guy said this is now an illegal hit.
Yeah.
And he played everything right. The receiver wasn't hurt. No. He broke up the pass. It was amazing. Yeah. The second thing is this awful growing pain that we're about to all go through, and almost like the protest that you're going to see, because there's going to be calls made that people are not going to be happy about.
Oh, hang on. There's the whistle. Fuck. Sorry, guys. We time for the next shot.
Did you hear the whistle?
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything.
I'm just going to continue on.
I'm still playing.
So,
guys,
anyway,
you play through the whistle. You play to the whistle.
Take 5.
Love him or hate him?
Ooh.
Joe Buck just extended for 3 more years at Fox Sports.
Huh.
Why do people hate Joe Buck so much?
I don't know. He's not bad and he's not great. He's just Joe Buck.
He is Joe Buck.
Like, can you hate that
that's
guy?
Why they hate him. Maybe that's why they hate him, though.
Seriously.
They don't hate him as a Fox Sports personality. They just hate Joe Buck.
Is it the name?
Is Joe Buck a prick, do you think?
I don't think
not
so.
on
I
air.
don't think so either. He's a nice guy.
He might be a prick off here, but on air, he's just a decent announcer guy.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
What do you think if you just looked at a picture of Joe Buck?
Yep.
What would you think?
I'd want to punch him.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's kind of what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at.
Okay, maybe I'm turning around here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Why the fuck are they re-upping this guy?
Take 6.
Von Miller met some folks at training camp who named their son after him.
Oh.
What player would you name your son or daughter after?
Easy. Equanimous St. Brown.
Lawyer Malloy.
No.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
That's what we do here.
I don't mind Case. I think that's a cool name. Cool name.
That's pretty awesome.
Case.
Yeah.
Now, are you looking at name, or are you looking at sort of the person to name after?
Me, I was looking at name.
Just pure
I would
cool name.
never want to be named after Case Keenum.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh,
He's a nice guy. I like Case.
So Tom's right up?
Tom's in. Tom's in.
You know what? You're out.
Are we going? That's a good thing to bring up, though.
Yeah.
After the player or the actual name.
Because if I was to go player, I'd be thinking like Larry Fitzgerald. So Larry. Of all the guys in the NFL right now, he is one of the class acts that I know. So I love Larry Fitzgerald. Love everything about him. I mean, last year it would have been Jason Witten.
You know what?
I'd go Luke. I'd go with Luke if we were going player.
Yeah.
You both went class, like Billy Madison.
Like Billy Madison. Real class.
You're loving that meme.
I love it. I love it. I'm not giving it out. I'm not giving it out.
I'll milk this thing to the end.
Swear to God.
You make one mistake.
I'm like a pit bull on a stick. I just fucking love it. Just love it.
I'd go Luke. I like Luke a
Luke's
lot. Like Kuechly's the man. He's classic.
Oh, I got it.
Oh,
I got
Coach.
mine. Because it's after actually my dad's. I'd go Bobby Wagner.
Another
classy guy that just
Robert.
gets the job done all the time.
Robert Wagner.
Robert Wagner. Ooh, that's interesting, isn't it?
Wow.
Robert Wagner.
Man, he was great on Heart to Heart.
I was just gonna say he really was.
Amazing.
Also great as number 2 in Austin Powers.
He was great. Actually, he was very good at that.
Great.
Yeah.
As
Another
number
solid
2.
show.
But you, like an idiot, wanted to take over the world. And you don't realize there is no world anymore. It's only corporations.
Silence, number 2.
No. I've had enough of you pushing me around.
Wow.
Love it.
Look at that. I can bring Austin Powers quotes in now.
quotes.
Fucking Coach.
I know.
On fire. He
Best
goes
night ever.
Robert Wagner. He doesn't even think about it.
No, clearly not.
No.
Doesn't even think about it.
No.
Incredible.
No. That's the coach we're used to.
Yeah.
I'm.
All right, that's a wrap for this episode. Again, I'd like to thank Brandon Perna from That's Good Sports for calling in and being a good sport.
Oh,
See what I did there?
that was
Sorry, low-hanging fruit.
That was terrible.
And if you want new episodes sent directly to you, just look for us on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Podbean, or Stitcher. Just Stitcher?
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 That's a horror movie.
Not anymore.
And hit subscribe. Guys, any parting thoughts? Before you do, there's the ref's whistle. Sorry.
I was going to say.
Oh, my God. We got a
Damn
last
it.
shot to do here. Oh, here we go. Whew. Okay, guys. Parting thoughts?
I love training camp.
Football's back.
Football.
You know,
Football's
because that's what
back.
it means, right?
Yeah.
That's what it means. We got games on Thursday.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Also,
The
can't
chills.
be understated. Hell of a show from Bill tonight.
Coach.
Just not your night, Rookie.
You
You want to do that again?
I gotta go.
You want to do that again?
Sure, I'll do it again.
Okay, here we go.
Also, can't be understated. Hell of a show from Coach tonight.
Yeah, it was a good show. From
Hell
Coach.
of a show.
Good show from Coach.
Finally.
It took 48 episodes, but you got there.